Excellent stuff. So my name is Jon Spruce. I'm an enterprise agile coach and trainer in the UK. My talk today and sort of interactive Q&A session is going to be a little bit about what the world of agility looks like and how we can help prepare ourselves for the post-COVID times. So I think it's important that we recognize how difficult this is, and I'm going to talk a little bit about business agility. I'm going to talk about what that means, talk about some of the stuff that I've done over the last year or so to help sort of pivot and change my way of working into the world of COVID during lockdown and what it might look like post-lockdown as well. So hopefully everyone can see the mural link I posted in there. I can see some people already dropping into into there. I'm going to also I'll share my screen as well so you can actually see that in the background. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and you should see that. If you're not connected to the mural, you'll be able to see my mural as well as we go. Okay, so I'm going to share that screen now and then we'll make a start. So hopefully everyone can see my screen. I can see lots of different things all whizzing around. For those who don't know what Mural is, it's an online collaborative tool. It's a next-gen web app which allows you to have multiple people all in the same place watching and working together. And I often use this for training purposes, but also for presentations like this as well. A quick navigation tool around it. You can see here that there's an outline on the right-hand side. It's an easy way to sort of navigate through the actual presentation and the work that we'll do together as a group. There's a little bit of a navigation pane down the bottom here, which allows you to zoom in and zoom out of the actual mural itself and to navigate around the mural as well. But don't worry, if you're in the mural already, I'm more than likely going to be able to just pull you to where I am. So I'm going to go to the welcome section here, and I'm just going to make sure that everyone can see where I am as well. So just give me 2 seconds and I can collaborate, bring everybody to me, and that should everyone can see the screen. So I'm hoping everyone can see that and everyone can see where we are. And a little bit about myself, however, just before we get started, to give you a bit of an indication of who I am and my experiences. I originally started out in the military as an avionics engineer fixing helicopters, and came out of the army after a medical discharge and moved into IT and into development and software, and a bit of a meandering path through marketing and advertising as well, and actually through to creating high-performing teams. So this has happened over the last sort of 15 or 20 years, when I still had hair back in those days. And I kind of worked through many different organizations, and what I found is that there's a lot of the problems that we find with delivering products to market become very difficult within the environment that people are in. It's less about the individual people. Most people are trying to do the best things they can with the knowledge they have and the tools available to them. But the environment that they actually are set up within is often limiting that for them. And as you can see here, many different types of companies, many different types of environments, many different types of sectors as well. And they're all very, very similar with the problems that they were facing into. So some of the stuff here is just to showcase some of that, really, is that whether I was building mobile apps for Nike, whether I was helping transform Barclays and Lloyds Bank, or whether we were building systems within Shell or indeed the UK government. There's a lot of stuff that's been developed around the ways of working that has been adapted now across multiple sectors. It's less about software and Scrum teams and more about creating agility. When we talk about agility, I mean being able to respond to change. And, well, I mean, the COVID pandemic is proof that things can change very quickly. Very wide-reaching changes are happening worldwide, and I think that's really important to keep track of. Regardless of which environment you're in, whether you're rapidly creating lots of small applications or whether you're in a large organization, a big, huge financial firm, it's really difficult to come away from the fact that a lot of the environmental issues are the ones which are causing them, not the individuals themselves. So in that vein, I've also kind of collected a bunch of badges on the right-hand side there. That's the culmination of quite a few years of different self-development. I'm an authorized instructor of IC Agile training courses. I do a lot of coaching as well. I'm a SAFe program consultant, and I've got a lot of experience with that and the Scrum at scale as well. Not advocating any one particular framework because it's all about the context of the environment, but I've got to have the experience in these things, and I've cut my teeth in various different organizations using these things. Also, I'm a certified enterprise coach with the Scrum Alliance, which is a senior guide level kind of coaching organization's certification. It's taken 2 or 3 years to get to that. So I've got the experience in lots of different organizations. I've got lots of experience in the certification side of things. And although my path is quite meandering, I found that I've got quite a lot of experience in helping organizations and helping people as well. And so when I was asked to talk, it was really looking at how we can help talk a lot about the business agility side of things. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. So the case for business agility, what is it? Well, actually what we're finding out here is that innovations gain traction faster than ever before. The telephone took 75 years to reach 50 million users, and the Angry Birds app took 35 days. So with the advent of faster technology, a quicker route to market, lots of rapid development, you can reach users a lot quicker. So you need to be able to respond to change when you can. Innovations gain traction a lot faster. Unicorns, big organizations, big companies which are used globally, are growing faster than ever. Fortune 500 companies used to take 20 years to hit $1 billion market capitalization. Oculus Rift got it in 14 months. So game-changing, disrupting companies can actually grow a lot faster than ever before because of that reach of technology. And of course, what that means is that companies must continuously innovate or they face extinction. 1960, average company had a 61-year lifespan, whereas now it's around 15 years. So you've got to constantly innovate, you've got to constantly evolve, or else you may face extinction. You may face an extinction event. And I'll talk a little bit more what I think that might look like shortly. On top of that, the largest companies are currently moving too slow. Only 60 of the original Fortune 500 companies still exist. 52% disappeared in the last 15 years, which means that the very large companies are either evolving or dying. And I think the important part here is to ensure that to respond to this ever-changing world of volatility and uncertainty and complexity and ambiguity, this what we call VUCA world, VUCA, you need to be able to respond to change quickly and respond to market requirements quickly. Of course, with all of this, it's kind of an interesting point to sort of reflect on for a second, is that Thomas Watson here in 1943, I think there's a world market for maybe 5 computers. I think I've got more than 5 computers. I've got one on my watch, on my hand here, I've got my phone, my iPad, my laptop. I've probably got more 5 in this room than I have anywhere else. And it's quite interesting that the exponential curve, the change curve for technology advancement is just growing at such a rapid rate. It's just insane the kind of stuff that we're working with right now. So business agility rather than agility, big A, agile, scrum, user stories, points, sprints. I'm talking about agility, like organizational change, being able to respond to a market, being able to respond to customers' needs really quickly, being able to change things very rapidly is super important. And I think Agile and Scrum is a way to do that, but it's not the only method. And I think it's important to recognize that agility isn't just inside engineering, it's actually for the entire organization.